Who played Saray? Robbie Damon. Diamond or Damon? Damond, yeah. Audiobooks, video games. Nope. He has done some Final Fantasy work, but it was in Final Fantasy 15 as Prompto or Arganum. Huh. Sounds so much like the guy that played Tidus from Final Fantasy X, though. Weird. Am I right? Am I right? Hey, 36, I got you in, dude.
Are you concerned
and I got
about
Bud Lit
Dezel?
in because he's a sub.
Well, kind of. If his aim is to kill Hellions, I want to stop him somehow.
If it does come to that, the Prime Lord has the authority to restrain a sublord if he decides to act up.
You can do that?
Yes, but ideally I'd rather not have to. Though there is a hierarchy between the Prime Lord and Sublord, I'd rather we be friends. If Dezel travels along with you, Saray, I'm certain that he'll find some other reason for living besides revenge. He is a seraph too, after all.
What was that? Is that the dog? It was the dog.
So you're finally awake.
Hey, Flavor Chair. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Boy, howdy. You really helped me out there. My gratitude to the shepherd, and of course my seraph brethren.
I'm Saray. This is Lila, Edna, Dezel, Mikleo, and the one sleeping over there is...
That dog is talking!
Yep.
Rose, you're awake.
Yep.
I am called Oish. Though I may not look it, I'm as much a seraph as any of them.
I'm getting a crash course, Mystic Secrets of the Seraphim.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, I'm Rose.
Looks like she's used to it.
So, shall we return now that Rose has recovered and awakened?
I don't know. She's having so much fun.
No screaming and punching? Lame.
We're wasting time. Let's head back.
No, I don't want to head back. I want to head further in.
Hold up! We haven't found anything yet. And there's more ruin left to explore.
See, she's the only one talking sense. What's up,
Well,
Slayer?
I guess there's only one thing to do.
Yep.
Keep going!
Want to set this one out? Don't forget, it's not just PSN.
We're not done with
You
our
can
little
pick
expedition
Nintendo, Xbox, Steam.
No vacation from this vacation.
Then let us proceed further
And
in.
we always do that on Saturday,
Saray,
dude.
are you ready?
Thanks, everyone. All right, Oish. We're going to look around in the ruins a bit more.
You folks are a blast, I tell you. Be careful out there.
See you later, mystical doggy.
You actually submitted yours? Well, okay, cool. Nice. I mean, you guys don't have to, but I do it for you guys, so while I am able to do it, take advantage of it. I mean, for the most part, it is pretty much loyalty based. I've not been streaming that long, and we're streaming a long stream today, so Like, if you're here for giveaway, I'm probably going to tell you straight up, it's going to be way long time from now before we get there. This is definitely a long stream. How do we get back down there? Do you like investigating ruins too? Are you kidding? Not one bit. Your antics are more than enough to keep me entertained. Love it. Fine then. I wonder if I use that over here. Hey, classy. Thank you for the follow. I figured it'd work on these because they're, well, I guess not. They're kind of cracked. Interesting. If we go back out, there we go. That's what it's for. Stick my wall across the gaps.
Shall we go?
Howling Deluge!
If that huge snake bites you, it'll suck you dry.
Suck. Wait, what? I can't lose! I'll get it back! Here! This isn't over! Sweet dreams! Security, come on! Back! It's over!
Oh, I love that camera.
Not bad. Purification complete!
Yay!
Shall we begin?
The bigger the herd, the stronger they get.
Leave them alone and they'll just call for more.
Everyone okay?
Combat shoes best suited for spritey male fighters. Burning dash. Might have to check those out here in a minute. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh.
Time for battle. Want a fruit?
Their spellcasters turned Hellions who couldn't die peacefully.
Don't underestimate their use of seraphic arts, fools.
Come forth! Let's get him! Alright! Here goes! Fearless sword! Pressure! Look at time! Here goes! Fearless wind! Dark! You feel it? Whoa! Knock it time! Fearless wind! Here goes! Strike! Here goes! Wind blast! Fearless sword! Breakdown! Vital protection! Fearless sword! Strike! Here goes! Fearless sword! Fearless sword! Wind blast! Here goes!
You sure are strange, Saray.
Won't be defeated.
A werewolf? Probably some guild member turned Hellion.
It specializes in assassin techniques. Watch out.
I can't lose! Purification complete!
Alright. Okay, this is not where we were, but there's a switch in here.
Shall we go?
Oh man. Kinda wish that the battle arena in this game was like its own like location. We're in this like little corridor and the camera is getting stuck.
I can't lose! I can't lose! It won't end here! Multiple currents! Is it over? Whoa, why my enemy? Ready? It's over! Ready?
I better get it together.
Looks like we win!
Alright. Man, lots of enemies down here.
Ready, everyone? Multiple currents!
I can get changed without making a...
Alright.
I think I found something.
Yeah!
It's one of those memory things. Was this how he became the Lord of Calamity, or? No, he's already there. Memory's kind of incomplete. So who's she? Spider-legged woman.
What was that? It looked like a monster.
It's the Earth in Historia. It records events from the past.
Is this a record of wars throughout the world?
So that guy, Heldolf, he's using those wars as crucibles to breed more malevolence.
He pits Hellions against each other in order to increase their strength and ferocity.
Disgusting.
His heart is surely sunk in the depths of darkness.
That's the truth of the Lord of Calamity.
Ready, McLeod?
I will smite evil! All together! Break through! Release my spirit! Rain of fire! Break through! Not yet! Break through!
Here goes! Break on through!
Release my spirit! Rhapsody! No escape!
Multiple currents!
Burn!
Status ailment on the undead.
Purification complete! cut
Oh
you
shit.
up. No use to fake. It's over. Now, no escape. Just this. Come on, everyone. I better get it together.
Ready? Prepare yourself! Take luminescence!
Attack, Valkyrie. Tiger Blade. Dragon Fang. Now. Ready? Strike. Right. Not yet. One attack. It's over. Ready? Strike. How's this? Attack, Valkyrie. Ready? Ready? Go!
So, how's Saray doing?
He's yet inexperienced, but he's got potential.
You're quite critical of him.
Soft to serve ice cream. It's what I needed. I can't tell. Just the way I came in, and which is the way I got to go. We're just gonna keep moving towards the center.
Let's do this!
A bodiless Hellion again?
Its physical attacks are weak. Let's finish him off. Everyone! I can't lose! It's time! I won't lose! Not yet! It won't end here! Won't lose! It's over! This is over!
Is that it? Is this what you call a finish?
So smug.
Ready, McLeo?
Water! Knock it time! Here goes! Feline win! Call! Feline win! All together! Jail Phantom! Wind Flip! Here's off! Virulent Charge! Strike! Dragon Flip! Virulent Charge!
Breakdown!
Mow down! You feel it? Fluffy Dreams!
Blistering Bang! Spirit Punch!
Strong! Wind Flip! Dragon Flip! You feel it? Soul Reflex! Feline win!
Spirit Punch!
Here's off! Feline win!
Who's next?
Scale Bang! Virulent Charge! Not yet! Multiple currents! Why am I in the ruins are calling
Yeah.
me.
Alright, there's a
Is that a monolith?
monolith. That AP badge. Alright, moving towards the center. A dead end. What was all that noise from up above? Did I get all the switches? I went the wrong way. You're going the wrong way, Saray. We're supposed to go this way. these away. I got the silver key to open silver
Are we at
chest.
the end?
Think so. I wonder if she'll ever really get used to this.
This mural seems to depict the trial that the one who is to be the shepherd must undertake. I did not expect to find such a thing here.
Whoa, the shepherd's trial, huh?
Is this blotch here supposed to represent the continent of Glenwood? Then this insignia thingy marks where the shepherd is supposed to go. Is that right?
Lila, is that the case?
Tonight's dinner, Mabo curry!
That must be a yes.
Don't mind her. She gets a little random sometimes when things come up that she can't talk about because of her oath.
Oath? Like a diet?
So there are 4 places with that mark.
1 in the north part of Lake Haven Heights, 2 in the southern end of the middle of the continent.
And the last one is in the direction of Western Bolt Gorge.
Well, if they call it a trial, that means something good happens if you finish it, right? Like maybe you get some awesome equipment or sweet power-ups.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I'll get the strength to overcome any kind of domain. We just might have hope against Heldolf after all.
Guys, English please? What's a domain? What's a held elf?
Well, it's,
Complicated.
You know what? Forget it. We'll talk about it over a meal. We got what we came for, right?
yeah.
A long time
Looks like
from now.
our expedition has come to an end.
Cool, let's go. I just got bored all the way back
Whenever
into
I
my
get
gourd.
bored.
Didn't know you could do that.
Which
For
takes
real?
a long time.
Looks like it.
No comment.
Alright. Let's see. You save here. Yay for manual save.
What's that? I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one.
Time to go back. Thought we've finished this ruin. Cheers. What's up, Blue Surf Dog?
Look who's back. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, but
Earth in Historia this, Shepherd Trial that. It's turning into one big mess.
I'm not sure where to start.
Well, think about it. The locations are all over the world. Plan it so we don't waste travel time.
All right. Then how's Pendrago sound? I'm sure you've grabbed the attention of the bigwigs in the Roland's Empire by now. You might want to go explain that Highland only got you to fight for them by force.
Alright, Slayer.
Oh, good idea. That would likely make our operations inside the Roland's Empire much easier.
An approach only the humans could take.
Looks like you're all on the same page.
That's right. Are you going to stay back here, Oish?
I'd sure like to. I'm still kind of attached to the place, but I probably don't dare stay here by myself.
Is something wrong?
There needs to be someone to worship the Seraph, like at a shrine or a church. Or else he could be tainted by malevolence and become a Hellion again.
Then we'll find someone and bring them here to cover it. Sound good?
You sure? I thought this was your hideout.
Whatever. Just leave it to me, okay?
You're the best. I should be sitting pretty for the time being, thanks to all you folks. Just bring someone here whenever you can. I'll give you blessings out the wazoo.
Well, I'll see you around, Oish.
Come back soon.
Alright then, so All we gotta do is tell somebody to go worship the dog.
Anyway, we'll set out
That
tomorrow.
music, though, was like sharp cut. Yeah, talking dogs are awesome.
What? I was thinking of heading out now.
With just the clothes on my back? Oh, please. I am a girl, you know.
Oh,
And...
Huh?
You have been battling those... Hellions, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Those monsters most people can't see.
yeah,
All the time?
yeah. That man we were talking about, held off. He's the Lord of Calamity. So,
Whoa, hold your horses. Save the long stories for mealtime, okay?
Cheese! Animated cheese! Speaking of food, though. Doritos.
let's go.
Wait, what? Any secret chests were lurking around?
I can't believe I'm on a journey with real-life Seraphim.
We're gonna be counting on you.
Yeah! Pleasantries are fine and all, but disembodied voices give me the total willies!
I can't believe I'm on a journey with a real-life scaredy cat. Pleasure to work with you too, Dezel. Man, I sure am feeling the tension. Just like a real adventure. Adventures in social psychology, maybe.
As you know, 4 Hellions charge straight at you.
Watch out for its body slam. It'll bore right through you.
Oh, the prawns, it'll bore right through you. Ah, that's pretty funny. Alright, come on.
Wow, what a cool weapon.
Say, like, any day now. We need to grind these dudes, right? Because they're super tough and all.
Let's get started!
Attack, fell beast! Lord of Wind! Here on the guard! Here! Here goes!
I guess I could. They don't really have a weakness except for hearts. Any heart?
Phantom! Here goes!
The ruins.
How do I get up there? I mean, it'd be cool if I could just wish up there, but not how that works. Alright. Cool. Well, there's a monolith.
I just saw a monolith written in ancient tongue.
Let's go back this way. Maybe there's a way around. There's a save point. Or does this just go back to the hideout? Like, I know it goes back to the hideout, like, there. Damn invisible walls. Oh, I don't know how to get up to that silver chest then. It is odd. You'd think that this was the way. Let me show you the way. But yep. Alrighty then. Let's go kill the slow-moving trees. I bet they're allergic to fire.
Shall we go? Why did...
Hey, look, they're resistant to earth, but they're weak to fire.
These trees
Called
become
it.
hellions?
It's easy for souls to dwell in something that's lived for a long time. Acidus hellions are very resistant.
Burn! Burning star! Pillars of flame! Burn away! All force! Burning echo! Vermilion weapons! Burn away! Pillars of flame! Vermilion weapons! Burn away! All force! Burning echo! Burn away! Burn! Vermilion weapons! Burning star! Vermilion weapons! Burn away! Not yet! Right on! Burn! No escape! Lunar free! Torrent fist! Everyone! Right on! Fire! Go! Try this! Sleeping dragon! Full force! Burning echo! Vermilion, let's get him! Disappear!
The ruins are calling me.
Ruins are calling him. So he says.
A city. Have we reached Rollins already?
Yep, this is Lastenbell.
It's renowned the world over
There was
as
the
a
water.
city where artisans and traders congregate.
That's the one. You know more about the world than I thought. Hey, what did I say about no voices in my head?
Apologies.
Break on through!
Raging cut!
So is that a human or a bird?
Now's my chance!
Some things you're just better off not knowing.
Too close! Sweet dreams! Arrow squall! Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Alright! Hang on, everyone! Blue flurry! Breakdown! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Aim and fire!
Glimmer
Aim and
dragon!
fire!
Looks like we win.
Alright. Hey there, little guy. We got any cool daggers? Pendulum.
The ruins!
Heck yeah. What's going on over here?
Line up and wait. Those who don't comply shall be punished.
You gotta be kidding. I don't have time for this.
An inspection?
It's the army. What do you think? There's gonna be a real war going on real soon.
Real war.
Odds are they'll be detaining you, I bet.
Huh? Why me?
You back there, pipe down.
Sorry!
You've heard the rumors about the shepherd, right?
Yeah, in Highland, I think.
Right, but the latest word is he's made his way to Roland's.
Huh. No kidding. Crazy.
Does the Roland's Empire think unfavorably of the Shepherd?
You bet they do. The knights have seen what he can do in battle and are all up in arms, and the church has branded him a heretic. As if that wasn't enough, there's talk of mysterious happenings going on in town.
Next.
Oh, looks like I'm up. On that note, watch your back out there.
I thought we'd be fine, but now I'm not so sure. I think it's best that you hide who you are, but the idea of making someone like you tell a lie is like...
It's like trying to convince your best hen to lay hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Guess we better get ready to make a run for it.
We have a pass and everything. Just chill. I got this. Just no creepy head voices for the time being. Got it?
So long as you don't cause any trouble.
Okay.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Next.
Oh, look. I'm not a shepherd. What's the difference between regular and closed departure? Okay. Hey, I need a drink real quick, guys. Hang on just a second. Promise I'll be right back. Promise.
I am Sergei Strelka, captain of the Platinum Knights, defenders of the glory of the Roland's Empire. In cooperating to ensure the Empire's peace, you prove your gratitude as much as your loyalty.
Is he always like this, or are his boxers just chafing him?
Here you go, our Merchant Guild pass. We've come to Lastendale on business, specifically the collection of a bill.
The sparrow feathers, are you? Quite impressive.
We've got a strict deadline, no time to waste. The place of business is the liquor establishment on the main road.
Ah, yes, Boris's Canteen. That place certainly gets an awful lot of business.
And we deeply appreciate being a part of it. Is there anything else?
No. My gratitude for cooperating with our inspection.
Thanks for all your hard work.
Next, you there. Quite some garb you're wearing. Are you this young woman's guard?
Oh, a girl doesn't dare travel alone.
Then why does he carry an ornamental sword?
He knew that Saray's sword was ornamental? He's seeing right through us.
He's less of an idiot than he looks.
Wait, there are people watching. Well, you know, we have our reasons.
I'm asking your guard here.
Crap.
Repeat after me.
Please forgive my unquestionably suspicious appearance. The truth is, I am the son of a provincial lord. Lord! Rose.
That's right. My husband here is nobility.
What? You're married?
Never had I lifted anything heavier than a fork in my life, yet by chance did I fall in love with a traveling merchant. In the throes of passion, I threw my money and land away to be with her just over a year ago.
You did?
Even my wife didn't know the full truth. The cruelties of the outside world taught me how feeble I truly am. But even so, I knew a husband has a duty to protect his wife. So I wear an ornamental sword at my side as a hollow pretense of strength. Laugh at the weak will of a sad, broken man. Ah! Sorry.
You're doing your best. It's cool.
Oh, my dearest, your sweet words are succor to my tired limbs.
Sow the seeds of love and they will bloom no matter how arid the terrain. Live and be strong. Next!
I don't know how that worked, but I think we made it. Thanks, guys.
More like we just lucked into the perfect audience.
A win's a win.
Turns out it's handy to have an invisible woman on your side, isn't it?
I suppose. I'm sorry I told you to be quiet.
So it's all right if we communicate directly inside your...
No, it's creepy and obscene.
Obscene? I'm not obscene.
Come on, let it go, Lila.
All right, then. I assume that we're on our way to Pendrago now?
Well,
But Mikleo, this town looks all kinds of exciting.
Well, it does, so...
We really ought to poke around at least a little. Did I nail it?
Guilty as charged.
Sounds fun. I'm game.
Bunch of children. That's why we get along so well. And someday we all will.
You mean seraphim and humans?
I don't think we've checked that monolith out yet.
But goodness, we usually reserve such sensitive matters for later hours.
My apologies, Your Grace. I merely wish to offer my gratitude for the services.
It is appreciated, but you must understand, Cardinal Fortin and the other high clergy have very strict requirements for us.
I am aware, Your Grace. Be assured that my organization will be most generous in our contributions.
It looks like that is the town's sanctuary.
Shall we?
Got a request. Church of Rollins.
Roger.
This must be the sanctuary.
Not a very old building, but still, remarkable architecture.
Hello? Is there anybody home?
If they are, they better have a voice and a body.
No one's here.
Ghosts?
I mean, no guardian seraph.
No surprise, given that priest we saw earlier.
They're all like that. Everywhere you go these days.
Well, what should we do? Look for a seraph who can bless it?
Huh. I wouldn't know where to start.
You know, it isn't necessary to get completely hung up on restoring the blessing.
You sure?
It should be fine. There isn't all that much malevolence around here. And besides, it's not like you can go and save the world all by yourself.
Absolutely. The most important thing right now is that you broaden your perceptions and hone your powers.
So that we can stand up to the Lord of Calamity, right?
You'll have a hell of a time with that if you can't even tell when you're being followed.
Who are you talking to? The stained glass? Didn't you have urgent business at the restaurant on the main street? What was the name again?
Yes, right! Boris's Canteen!
There's no restaurant by that name.
He's alone. Let's take him down and get out of here. Can he see us?
Nope. He's just that good. Have fun with your human friend, Sarai.
Huh? Seriously?
This is a human problem after all.
Come. I shall apologize for deceiving you. And then... you're going to tell me who you really are!
Flow and surge! I will smite evil! Aqua Blade! Strike! It's over!
Sonic Thrust!
Be gone! Let's do it! It's over! Yeah! Be gone! Go! Yeah! Ready? Earth Dragon Fang! It's over!
Sonic
Too
Thrust!
close! Strike! This isn't over! How's this? Too close!
Sonic Thrust!
Yeah! Ready? Flow and surge! Yeah! 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 Ready, gale! Yeah! I can't lose! I can't lose! It won't end here! I won't lose! There!
Sonic Thrust!
I'll give it all!
Sonic Thrust!
Nope! Yeah! Be gone! No escape! How's this?
Sonic Thrust!
Yeah! Blade Bang! No escape! How's...
An art handed down with pride in my country.
Ready? No escape! It's over!
Lion power! Tornado drive!
Ready?
Tornado drive!
That did it!
I overestimated you.
Here! Focus, guys! Let's give it up! It's over! Ready? No escape! Solid thrust! Yeah! Flow and surge! It's time! I can't lose! It won't end here! This isn't over! Close! Shadow shot! Nope! No escape! How's this? Shadow shot! I will smite evil! Flow and surge! I will smite evil! It's time! It's time! I won't lose! Yeah! What was that?
An art handed down with pride in my country.
Be gone!
Sonic Thrust!
Ready? Go!
Sonic Thrust!
It's over!
Lion power!
I will smite evil! Shadow shot! I got you! Flow and surge! Flow and surge! Flow and surge! I will smite evil! Yeah! It's time!
Lion power!
This isn't over! This isn't over! It's time! Howling blade! Full tempest!
Tornado drive! Tornado drive!
Be gone! No escape! I will smite evil! I can't lose! It's time!
Sonic Thrust! Lion
This isn't
power!
over! Yeah!
Sonic Thrust!
There!
Sonic Thrust! Lion power! Tornado drive! Sonic Thrust!
Yeah! I can't lose!
Sonic Thrust!
Yeah! Fluid surge! Fluid surge! Yeah!
Lion power! Sonic thrust!
There!
Lion power! Sonic thrust!
Be gone! No escape! It's over! It won't...
Lion
it won't
power!
adhere!
Tornado drive!
There!
Tornado drive!
Whoa!
Lion power!
Yeah! Ready, gale! Can't lose! This isn't over! This isn't over! Go!
Sword ray!
This isn't over!
Dragon's War!
That did it!
Sword ray!
There!
Lion power! Sword ray!
There!
Dragon's War!
Yeah! I can't
Dragon's
lose!
War! Dragon's War! Dragon's War!
Darn it!
Tornado drive!
Yeah! Tiger Blade! Strike! House Big!
Dragon's War!
That did it! Aqua Blade!
Lion power! Sword ray!
Last one!
Dragon's War!
There!
Sword ray!
Fluid surge! Sonic rock! No escape!
Lion power! Dragon's War! Sword ray!
This isn't
Lion
over!
power!
Can't
I overestimated
end
you.
Here! Focus, guys! Yeah! Fluid surge! Shatterbang! I will smite evil! Shatterbang! Shatterbang! Yeah! 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 It won't end here! This isn't over!
Sonic thrust!
This isn't over! It won't end here!
Sonic thrust!
There!
Sonic thrust!
I will smite evil! I'll give my all! Too close! Yeah!
Sonic thrust!
Try this on! Burn! Fluid surge! It's over!
Sonic thrust!
Yeah! Ready, gale! I got you! Be gone! There!
Sonic thrust!
Try this on! I got you!
Sonic thrust!
Try this on! Ready? Yeah! Shatterbang! Blade bang! There!
Sonic thrust!
Sonic rock! Ready? Sonic thrust! Yeah! What was that?
An art handed down with pride in my country.
Blade! Strike! Try this on!
Sonic thrust!
Yeah! Yeah!
Sonic thrust!
There!
Lion power!
No escape! House big! Ready?
Tornado drive! Lion power! Tornado drive!
so hot. Yeah! Tiger Blade! Go! Renting Gale!
Lion Power! I overestimated you.
Here. Focus, guys! Ready? No escape! How's this? Be gone! Solid Rock! I will smite evil! Flow and surge! Flow and surge! Hit! It's time! It's time! I can't lose! I can't lose!
Sonic Thrust!
Renting Gale! Flow and surge! Sonic Thrust! Try this on! I will smite evil! Strike! This isn't over! Too close! It's time! Howling Blaze! Full tempest! Try this on! I will smite evil! I will smite evil! Flow and surge! Renting Gale! What was that?
An art handed down with pride in my country.
Sonic Rush! It won't... This isn't over! I can't lose!
Lion! Sonic Thrust! Sonic Thrust!
No escape! It's over!
Sonic Thrust!
Renting Gale!
Sonic Thrust!
Flow and surge! Try this on! Renting Gale! I'll give my all! It's time!
Tornado Drive! Lion Power! Sonic Thrust!
It won't end here! I won't lose! It won't end here!
Tornado Drive! Lion Power! Tornado Drive! Sonic Thrust!
There!
Sonic Thrust!
Close!
Tornado Drive!
There!
Tornado Drive! Sonic Thrust!
It's time! Howling Blaze! I got you! I will smite evil! Shatterfang! Flow and surge!
Tornado Drive!
Flow and surge! Shatterfang! I will smite evil! It's time! I won't lose!
Sonic Thrust!
There! Too close!
Tornado Drive! Tornado Drive!
Flow and surge!
Dragon Claw! Sword Ray! Lion Power! Sword Ray!
That's it! There!
Lion Power!
There!
Dragon Claw!
Got it!
Tornado Drive!
There!
Sword Ray!
Be gone! No!
Dragon Claw!
Got it!
Tornado Drive!
That did it!
Tornado Drive!
Last one!
Dragon Swarm!
Fluid Surge! Yeah! It's time! Howling Blade! Full Tempest! I will smite evil! I got you! Sonic Rock! I will smite evil! Resin Gale!
Tornado Drive! Sword Ray!
Fluid Surge! Yeah! I can't lose!
Lion Power! Tornado Drive! Sword Ray! Lion Power! Sword Ray!
I won't lose! I don't feel so hot.
Tornado! I overestimated you.
Here. Focus, guys! Fluid Surge! Fluid Surge! Too close! Yeah! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Yeah! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Resin Gale! Yeah! I can't lose! I can't lose! I can't lose! I'll give my all! This isn't over! I'll give my all! I won't lose! This isn't over! Too close! Yeah! Sonic Rock! Sonic Rock! I'll give my all! It's time!
Sonic Crush!
You won't end here! I'll give my all! I'll give my all! Strike! It won't end here! It's time! Howling Blaze! Full Tempest! Shadow Shock! I will smite evil! Resin Gale! Yeah! It's time! There!
Sonic Thrust!
It's over! What was that?
An art handed down with pride in my country. Sonic Thrust!
Resin Gale! I will smite evil! Tiger Blade! Shatterfang! Yeah! Yeah!
Tornado Drive!
That did it!
Lion Power! I overestimated you.
Here! Focus, guys! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Sonic Rock! Resin Gale! Resin Gale! I'll give my all! I'll give my all! Yeah! I'll give my all!
Sonic Crush!
This isn't over! I won't lose!
Sonic Crush!
Whoa! How's this? Too close! Be gone! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Resin Gale! I'll give my all!
Sonic Thrust!
It won't end here! There! I won't lose! It's time!
Sonic Thrust! Sonic Thrust!
Yeah! I can't lose!
Sonic Thrust!
Fluid Surge! Fluid Surge! Resin Gale! Shatterfang! I will smite evil! I can't lose!
Sonic Thrust!
I'll give my all! It won't end here!
Sonic Crush!
It's time! Howling Blaze! Full Tempest! Yeah! What was that?
An art handed down with pride in my country.
There!
Sonic Thrust!
Try this out! Sonic Rock! Shatterfang! Yeah! I'll give my all! It won't end here!
Sonic Rush!
Fluent Surge! Fluent Surge! I can't lose!
Sonic Rush!
There!
Sonic Rush!
I got you!
Sonic Rush!
Fluent Surge! Fluent Surge! Fluent Surge!
Sonic Rush! Lion Power!
Fluent Surge! Shatterfang! Fluent Surge!
Tornado Drive! Lion Power!
Ready Tail! Shadow Shot! Shadow Shot!
Tornado Drive!
Fluent Surge! I got you! There!
Sonic Rush! Tornado Drive!
Be gone! Strike! It's time! Howling Blade! Full Tempest!
Tornado Drive! Dragon's War! Sword Rain!
Ready?
Dragon's War!
There!
Tornado Drive! Lion Power! Dragon's War!
Sword Rain! Fluent Surge! I will smite evil! I will smite evil!
Lion
Aqua Blade! It won't end here! There!
Sword Rain! Lion Power! Dragon's War!
That's it!
Tornado Drive!
There!
Dragon's War!
There!
Tornado Drive!
There!
Lion Power!
Sonic Rush! Rending Gale! Fluent Surge! Shatterfang!
Dragon's War!
Shatterfang! It's time! Howling Blade! Full Tempest!
You held back. You'll regret it later.
I'll be fine. I appreciate you looking out for me.
Even your comeback is weak.
Are you speaking with Seraphim? So during the inspection, you really were.
I must apologize for lying to you, Sergei.
It is I who owe you an apology, gentle shepherd.
Huh?
Only in the clashing of blades may one gauge a man's strength. Might I ask your name?
Saray.
Shepherd Saray, I beseech you to lend me your power. For the sake of Roland's.
But we've heard that the Roland's Empire is on edge because of the Shepherd.
It's true. The Knights treat him as a dangerous wild card with a level of power comparable to Cardinal Fortin. And the Church views the Shepherd as a threat to the Cardinal, and therefore a heretic.
The Cardinal is the number 2 figure in the Church, first in line to succeed the Pope.
On paper, she's an aide to the young Emperor, but in reality, she holds the reins.
Verily, and she is said to be capable of causing the same miracles that the Shepherd can.
The same as the Shepherd?
What is the meaning of this? Since when have the Knights been so brazen as to let themselves into the sanctuary unannounced? Don't tell me you have come here intending to stain the ears of our faithful with foul lies about Cardinal Fortin.
Father, I would never...
Spare me your noxious dissembling. Get out of here at once.
Come to the park. We'll finish our discussion there.
Is that a monolith? sure this place was in the Celestial Record.
Point that thing at me.
Well, let's go, leader. Rolling with the sparks. Gonna go blap, then I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna go blap. Person? What are you shooting at? Trev? Communication?
Oh, people. Or not people, zombies.
Oh my Jesus Christ, dude.
Best leader, NA. You'll just know I'm shooting. That's all you need to know.
No, not people.
Not people, just not people anymore. Do you not consider zombies people, huh? You're racist or something?
Are zombies a race?
I guess so.
Okay.
Wait,
Where's this other game sound coming from?
Do it. Okay, what am I stuck in this animation? Hit me in the face, do it. Why am I stuck in this animation?
Trev, your arm's gonna get tired, dude.
Bro, I don't know how to stop this.
You're good.
What's that coming?
How did I do that? I keep doing that.
I don't have any more.
Tell me. You know, PC.
Hit like 1 or 2 or something.
Just plug in your controller, Trev. It has a controller.
Hell yeah.
Good.
No. I can't play controller. It's like going to controller on third person games.
And I whiffed. That feels so good. Feels good to whiff.
Yeah, they're all just huddling around the fire.
Wait, don't do anything. Don't. I need the XP.
Do something?
Fireworks. Happy birthday.
Dude. That was nice.
I'm so confused on what's going on with my audio right now.
Man, that's rough. They were just trying to have a chat.
Oh, the hounds.
Hey, hounds.
Hello, houndy.
Oh, feels good.
Hello, houndy. So, where are we headed there?
A volume mixer?
Okay, what is going on?
What are your controller bugging?
Yeah. Let me see if...
Try turning off your computer and turning it back on again.
Yeah, I'll pour it.
We're already vanishing? Way across the map.
I don't have anything open.
Great.
Pretty
I'm so confused.
I missed.
The hell? Whoa.
I don't know where that sound's coming from. Where those voices coming from?
I missed the dish. I'm using the knuckle knife right now because I thought you could like alternate fire, but it's light attacks are your knuckles.
Oh.
The heavy attack is the knife.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but you can't power attack with.
No, you can only tap
Yeah.
the knucks, yeah.
It's ugh.
It is. Okay. Apparently, okay. I found it. Remove all embeds. There we go. Found it. It was in Discord. You know where Tech linked that channel he liked yesterday that he like said that dude was hot and wanted to like jerk off to or whatever? That B-Dutch guy? That's where that was coming from. Wow. Alright. So sorry, guys. Have you guys been hearing that the entire time, or? Oh, man. So sorry. That is so weird. Right. Alright, let's go up here and save real quick. Oh yeah, okay. It's so weird. So your son likes this game? Is that what's going on? He's like, ooh, cartoons. Something this way?
Get out of town! What do you mean they're selling elixir?
It's true. Word around town is that the nobles in Highland and Rollins can't get enough of the stuff.
But how are they getting access to it? I thought the church controlled the entire supply.
Well, they say they've got the church's blessing, no pun intended. And apparently the damn stuff actually works. Longer life, fresher breath, everything.
Well, don't that beat all?
What beats all is the price of that junk. You gotta be one rich chump, let me tell you.
Yeah, I should have guessed as much.
Selling elixir?
The church is selling elixir now? Something sounds off about that.
Pick something up.
That's gotta go to my sword. Where's my sword at? Oh my god. Like, I can't do more swords? Put it on this stuff.
Sorry about earlier. I didn't want you to have to see that. Things weren't quite as bad between the knights and the church when the Pope was still around.
Where is the Pope?
The Pope?
Pope Macedra was a kind-hearted philanthropist whom the former emperor greatly trusted. Even the knights would have gladly carried out any order he might give.
Where is he now?
What do you mean was?
He went missing about a year ago. As if prepared for the confusion, Cardinal Fortin took the stage, and soon she had seized all political power.
So, you think the Cardinal had something to do with the Pope's disappearance?
Is there proof?
None. I had the combined powers of the entire Knight Squad on the case, but no clues turned up. But any knight who snooped around the Cardinal went missing. 18 of them in all.
Subtle.
I don't want to admit it, but in order to stand against the Cardinal, we need power that exceeds natural capabilities.
Need the power of the Shepherd.
Shepherd Saray, I know it is wrong of me to ask, but can you help seek out the true nature of the Cardinal?
Yes.
The Cardinal resides at the church in Pendrago, right? I thought commoners weren't allowed inside.
It's true. I'll try to pull some strings on my end to get you permission to enter.
All right. We'll meet with the Cardinal.
Oh, Frabjous Day! I shall make the preparations immediately. Milady, please forgive me for dragging your husband into all of this.
Huh?
Let us reconvene at Pendrago. Once you've arrived, come to the Knight's Tower.
Guy is so naive. He still thinks we're married.
He seriously thinks you two are married?
What a weirdo.
But he's so pure.
A pure idiot.
I can tell this is gonna be trouble.
But at least it's getting us inside the Shrine Church.
Right. While we're at it, we can probably tell the higher-ups in Rollins our side of the story.
Though something tells me those higher-ups are going to be the real problem.
One man up in the park area is only 40 years old. Apparently it was some terrible event in his past that made him look like... Dude up here is 40 years old that looks like Blue Wind, the Valkyrie is coming. Okay. You do you, dude. Better not upset that baby, dude. I'm gonna have to come over there and whoop that ass. You hear me, bud? Bud.
There should be a vista point nearby.
She's got a fiery streak, but you won't find more honest girl. You be patient with her. But really, a shepherd in an assassin's guild? I've never heard of such eccentric collaboration. Can't say I'm not curious to see what results. Ha 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 ha. $3,000 gold. Thank you. Yeah. Have a key for that one? Yes, I do. Life bottle. I'm 139 gold. Oh, so you're the shepherd, are you? I'm sorry to be impolite, young man, but I have a favor to ask you. Seraph Sindra, who was the lord of the land for this town, ran away the other day. I'd be so grateful if you looked for her for me. I'd do it myself, but there's only so many Hellions about. She said she was going to the lake. I think she must have meant the subterranean lake in Cambria Caverns. It doesn't have to be immediately, just whenever you have the time. I'd be so thankful.
It seems like the Guardian Seraph became a Hellion.
But why would it just up and leave like that?
The ones who were killed were all devout followers of the church. And the way they died, oh, it's almost too dreadful for words. The throats, each one of them torn out as if some inhuman beast. Mark my words, the Seraphim have turned their backs on our town. We'll all pay the price.
A murder case, huh?
It's very disturbing, even in Rollins.
So, how's it looking for the new hideout?
We're still looking into it. Mallory, the Patinal Forest, seems like it'd be an ideal place, though.
Perfect timing! We wanted to ask you about something, boss. I figured you'd need me to come along.
It's not about the hideout. It's about our job as the
Dennis
Sparrow
Bouncer, sir.
We can't
Bouncers
decide
are
on which
nice.
product to purchase. Mabo buns or curry buns? Which do you like? Mabo curry buns.
Isn't that
I
just
like
your
Bouncer.
personal preference?
Nope, it's a rational decision I'm making as the boss of the Sparrow Feathers. This is just what the world needs. The sheer deliciousness that only this combination can bring. Sounds kind of subjective to me.
Fine, we'll go with that. You guys do all kinds of stuff.
That about sums up what we do. And we don't do jobs just for money.
I see.
That's why we make our actual living as merchants.
Well, mostly Agil does.
I'm the one who gives the okay on bringing out new products. All right, we'll be going back now.
Boss, try and drop by the Forest of Mallory if you can. Everyone's already gone there.
Will do. Take care, y'all.
Y'all? He said y'all? Oh, I love her. In love. She said y'all. So great. That makes 3. Give me the shivers. A serial killer in our midst, and they closer to catching the culprit. The only clue so far is that the murder always occurs at moonlight night. Beware of the moonlight. It's the Medal of Triumph.
I can sense the ancient tongue. We're near one. Mikleo, look! It's just like what was in the Celestial Records.
It's the Leaning Tower. I didn't know that it would be this big.
It's like a big grinding field. Oh my god. What is that? Stay away from that.
And that'll do it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Great, it's raining. This sucks.
Not for me. It's nice and dry inside Saray.
That is whole new levels of creepy. Damn it! Why can't I be a dumb dry ghost too?
We must have passed. Was it I supposed to talk? Definitely did. Can't open this though, can we? Yeah, we can. Go back. West is Pentagram. East is Aspenbell, City of the Artisans. Alright. Ooh. Where's the speech bubble leads? Oh, enter. Whoa, look at the malevolence.
Well, this doesn't look good.
We're in a foul place.
This feeling. We've been in places like this before.
It's a crucible of malevolence. They make Hellions fight to make them nastier.
Venomization, a diabolical practice. It appears this ruin was built to do just that.
Who would make such a thing?
I don't know, but there are several places such as this on the Glenwood continent. I had thought they had all been sealed up, but...
Looks like they're back in business.
This has to be held off. No question about it.
We'll stop this.
Something's blocking our way.
It must be to keep outsiders from entering. It's most likely that only certain people are allowed inside.
So, it's me alone, huh?
A solo fight. If it were me, I could ask for nothing better.
Will I go back in? Well, I saved just to see what it is.
Focus,
slime.
Fluid surge, blade bang, howling cyclone. How's this? Ha, tiger blade. Let's keep it up. How's this? Ha, yeah, blade bang. Let's keep it up. It won't end here. This isn't over. I won't lose. I won't lose. This isn't over. It won't end here. Ready? Strike! I will smite evil! Fluid surge! Aqua blade! Let's keep it up! I won't lose! I won't lose! I won't lose! I'll give my all! I won't lose! This isn't over! I can't lose! This isn't over! I won't lose! This isn't over! I won't lose! This isn't over! Ha! Try this on! Solid rock! Try this on! I can't lose! This isn't over! It won't end here! This isn't over! It won't end here! Try this on! Shatterbang! Shadow shot! Yeah! Be gone! Strike! It's over! I can't lose! I can't lose! It won't end here! Shatterbang! I will smite evil! I will smite evil! Fluid surge! Ready kill! This isn't over! This isn't over! I won't lose! It won't end here! It's time! Howling blade! Full tempest! I'll give my all! Too close! I can't lose! I can't lose! Shadow shot! Shatterbang! I will smite evil! Shatterbang! 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 Fluid surge! Fluid surge! I can't lose! It's time! It's time! I won't lose! Solid rock! I can't lose! I'll give my...
Very weak to physical.
Ready?
I mean, I can't tell.
It won't end here! I won't lose! I won't lose!
wants the water.
Try this on. Shadow Shock. Rending Gale. Yeah. Nope. Fluid Surge. Yeah. Yeah. Fluid Surge. Yeah. It's time. I can't lose. I'll give my all. It's time. This isn't over. This isn't over. Whoa. I won't lose.
Apple Jam.
I'll give my all. Fluid Surge. Fluid Surge. Fluid Surge. Yeah. Yeah. Fluid Surge. Yeah. I'll give my all. I'll give my all. Ha! A shadow. No escape. It's over. Ha! Blade Fang. Yeah. Tiger Blade. Ha! Ready? Strike! How's this? Ha! Blade Bang! Strike! It's over! Ha! Be gone! Strike! Yeah! Yeah! It's time! This isn't over! This isn't over! This isn't... Whoa! Rending Gale! Yeah! Fluid Surge! Shadowfang! Try this on! Sonic Rock! I'll give my all! I'll give my all! Yeah! It's time! There! Whoa! Yeah! Fluid Surge! Yeah! 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 Rending Gale! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Ha! It's time! Howling Blade! Full Tempest! Rending Gale! I will smite evil! Shadowfang! Yeah! I can't lose! I'll give my all! Whoa! This is... I won't lose!
You're losing. It's hard to like dodge their attacks.
Fluid Surge! Fluid Surge! Rending Gale! Rending Gale! Yeah! Yeah!
I won't lose, yeah.
Blade
You might.
Let's
If you ain't
go.
careful.
It won't end here!
I'm not careful.
Yeah! There! It's time! This isn't over! It won't end here! Freezing Strike! Let's keep it up! Yeah! Yeah! Rending Gale! Yeah! Rending Gale! Yeah! It's time! It won't end here! I won't lose! I won't lose!
Say that.
It won't
It
end
looks
here!
like you're gonna lose. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
It's time! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! There! Fluid Surge! Yeah! Rending Gale! Yeah! Rending Gale! Yeah! It's time! I'll give my all! It won't end here!
Oh my gosh.
I'll give my all! There! I won't lose! Whoa! Fluid Surge! Yeah!
Tiger Blade! Let's keep it up! How's this? Blade Bang! No escape! Yeah! Yeah! Blade Bang! No escape! Get him! How's this?
How many waves are there?
Freezing Strike! It won't end here! It won't end here! I won't lose! I won't lose! Yeah! Freezing Strike! Yeah! Blade Bang! Howling Cyclone! It won't end here! Yeah! Blade Bang! This isn't over! I won't lose! I won't lose! This isn't over! It won't end here! This isn't over! I won't lose!
Oh my gosh.
I'll give my all! This isn't over! Ready, get! Yeah! 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 I will smite evil! Ready, Gale! Sonic Frost, try this on! Shadowfang! Ready, Gale! I'll give my all! Hit! Yeah! I got you! Yeah! Yeah! Fluent Surge! Fluent Surge! Yeah! Let's get him! Sonic Frost, I got you! I can't lose! I can't lose! I'll give my all! I'll give my all! Hit! It won't end here! Hit! Fluent Surge! Yeah! I'll give my all! I'll give my all! Yeah! Fluent Surge! Yeah! Yeah! Fluent Surge! Yeah! Sonic Rock! I got you! Try this on! Yeah! Shadow Shot! It's time! Howling Blade! Full Tempest! Fluent Surge! Yeah! Sonic Rock! Ready, Gale! Fluent Surge! Shadowfang! I got you! Shadowfang! I got you! Try this on! I can't lose! I'll give my all! I'll give my all! Whoa! Whoa! Ready, Gale! Yeah! Ready, Gale! Shadow Shot! Fluent Surge! Yeah! Sonic Rust! Sonic Rust! Shadowfang! Yeah! Whoa! I will smite evil! Try this on! Yeah! Try this on! Yeah! I will smite evil! Shadowfang! Try this on! Sonic Rock! Yeah! Try this on! I'll give my all! What a formidable opponent!
All right. Oh no.
All right. It settled down a bit.
Nice.
All purified?
Somehow.
I'm so sorry for making you go through this by yourself.
Yeah, we had it real rough too. Lila's been fortune-telling with her origami flower things.
Saray won't lose, Saray will win. Saray won't lose, just like that.
She left paper scraps all over. I had Meebo clean it up, though.
Of course, I believed in you, but it was just so...
Sorry for making you worry. Thanks, Lila.
No, it's fine. My fortune-telling was right after all.
I don't know about that. That was actually a tough fight. Eugenie, getting it done. Alright, we're supposed to head west. Which is this way.
Ready, everyone?
It's an ancient bird hellion with scales like a dragon's.
This one's gonna be tough. Let's go! Here goes! Strike! Strike! Hero Star! Come forward! Jail Phantom! Strike! Strike! Hero Star! Wind Blast! Strike! Hero Wind! Come forward! Jail Phantom! Wind Blast! Strike! Hero Wind!
Here goes! Fearless charge! Fearless charge!
Maybe the baby likes this because of all the colors on the screen. There's a lot going on the screen, a lot of flashing stuff.
We're survivors, no matter the odds.
Quite sure, yeah. Okay, that's east again. Want to go this way? Ooh, what are you?
Let's get started.
When peacocks threaten their foes, they recover power.
Jeez, what a pain.
You gotta give them physical ailments. Figure out why.
Huh? I'm fine. Let's go on ahead.
Save.
Sure is a lot of gold lying around out there.
Hey, what up, punk?
Let's do this!
Their weakness is
It's an orc
water.
farmer. This Hellion used to be.
I can guess, and I'd rather not know anyways. Thanks.
These be farmers.
Break on through! First! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow!
No, your weakness to water, and they're hanging out here in the rain.
First! Break down! Blue flurry! Ocean flip! Aiming for it! Sweet dreams! Spirit cleansing! Electrification! Ocean flip! Blue flurry! First! Spirit cleansing! Electrification! Ocean flip! First! Blue flurry!
We won't lose to you.
Southwest for the Pentecosta, the blessed capital.
Ready, everyone?
What's up, dudes?
formidable opponent.
That's pretty rad. I must be learning how to play this game. Another farmer? Oh, we're supposed to be going here. There'll be plenty of farmers on the way. Here we go. What's up, dude? How you doing? Hey.
Blue flurry! Ocean blitz! State zero! Here goes! Break on through! That focus your efforts! Too close! Too close! Ocean blitz! Not yet! Spirit cleansing! Elixir for take! Blistering bang! As your assault! State zero! Ocean blitz! Break on through! Concentrate your attacks! Breakdown! Let's get it! Break on through! Not yet! Ocean blitz! As your assault! Burst! Ocean blitz! As your assault! Burst! Ocean blitz! Here's the skies! Arrow fall! State zero! Here goes! As your assault!
You're definitely improving more.
Yep, thanks to all of you.
Thanks to us, indeed.
Well, every little bit helps.
Okay.
Even out of the rain, it's still so cold.
I'll say.
Oh, they're getting sick. Oh, damn.
Damn.
They've gone from scary to annoying. Still, to think Seraphim sneeze just like we do.
Yeah. They get cold too. Alright. Saving up. Let's go into the capital. See what's going down. Probably not welcome.
Whoa. This place is huge.
Yes. Pendrago is the largest city on the Glenwood continent.
Where can we find an inn?
I recommend the one directly in front of the plaza.
You sure know your way around.
Well, you know, I used to come here a lot.
Imbecile. Oh, look, he's already here and ready to roll, man. How the hell did he do that?
Sergei!
He's one of the Cardinal's subordinates. I tried to apprehend him, but well, you saw what he was like.
His movements were incredible.
You could tell, right? It was a Hellion.
The Cardinal's underling is a Hellion? Then...
Forgive me, sir. He's escaped into the Shrine Church.
It looks like it's true.
Cardinal's
I
a Hellion?
believe he was likely a messenger of...
I'm cold. You can blather on inside.
Tell us the details after we find shelter from the rain, if you please. Our friends are feeling a bit chilly, and even a seraph can catch a cold.
Friends?
Not that you could tell, since you can't see them.
Forgive me. I should have been mindful of the Seraphim's presence. Let us head for the Knight's Tower. Your wife sure is considerate.
Yep.
He still thinks they're married. And
he still thinks they're married.
Even Miklio's like, idiot. What an idiot. The Knights. Hey, thank you for the follow. Ashby 1996. Get it. Goodies, goodies. Strawberry shortcake. I love strawberry shortcake. That's damn weather. I thought this was the oh, just kidding. Yeah.
This should be a better place to talk.
Did everything go okay? Can we get in the church?
I secured the permissions, but after that last incident, I'm afraid we're likely under high scrutiny.
So what else is new? They weren't big fans of us in the first place.
Yeah, good point. We've got nothing to hide. Let's do it.
What?
Look at that. Ever since Rose joined up with us, I feel like Saray has become so much more proactive.
Too bad it means that much more trouble for us.
Thank you.
It was my decision to begin with. And besides, I've really wanted to see the shrine inside the church.
There's something about you that reminds me of the Pope. He too would never hesitate to spare expenses for the sake of his people.
Oh boy, another masochist.
I see.
I've prepared lodgings for you. I pray that the Seraphim will also be able to rest well tonight.
But Captain, it's been 3 days since last we heard from Boris after his infiltration. I believe we should hurry.
Who's Boris?
The rain may be affecting our food supplies, but I shall prepare our famous Drago stew for you.
Aren't you the least bit concerned? He's your only brother.
Your brother, Boris? Yeah, we need to go after him. Help him.
I do not wish to burden you with my troubles any more than I already have. Please rest for now.
It's a kind offer. Let's take it.
We will. Thank you.
And on that note, I'm feeling like I need some drink. We go in here. Eddie needs a metal yellow. Alright, you cats. I'm having a good time. I'll be right back. Hang on. No, you can't go to the store. You're like my only viewer. Hey, do what you gotta do, dude. I got... Well, we need some light over here to balance out the uglies. There we go. I got mellow yellow. Some light. That is good. And I got some cold thin crust pizza with some ranch dipping sauce because I want to eat leftover pizza. I'm not saying ruin your fresh pizza. Ranch dip. Cold leftover pizza. Ranch dipping sauce. Set the pizza sauce. The chain. Do it. Ah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what's
Sergey
up.
sure seems like a good guy.
He is, though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the knights.
I agree. I hope he has what it takes.
We've got plenty of worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
Hey, we're back at the end. My bad. Hey, let me in.
Phew, now that was a meal.
Hey, learn some manners.
You sure can eat.
So can these two.
It was surprisingly good. I couldn't help myself.
Drago stew, 85 points.
My policy is eat while you can. It's been ingrained in me since I was a kid. That's the law of a soldier.
A soldier, huh?
Soldier? Aren't you and your buddies in an assassin's guild?
Well, you know, it wasn't always like this. We used to be just a band of mercenaries. Not to brag, but they called us the best on the continent.
Is that right?
That's it for me. We've got a job to do tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
Is Rose's band of mercenaries the one you mentioned before?
The Wind Riders, I believe.
I think I've heard of them. The tale said just 100 of them could scatter a force of 20,000 men and capture 3 castles in one night.
Yeah, they were a legendary band of mercenaries. It's no wonder Rollins itself was their primary employer.
They sound crazy strong.
Strong and loyal. To the point that even the Emperor of Rollins trusted them like his right-hand man. Isn't that right?
It's true. Was true. But then, the Imperial family of Rollins ended up stabbing them in the back, along with the very one I'm seeking vengeance against.
The Imperial family joined forces with Hellions?
Yep.
Is it that surprising?
I guess not. People and Hellions aren't separate entities after all.
Very true. You can even consider them two sides of the same coin.
In fact, if the Cardinal's power is somehow linked to a Hellion, things start to make sense.
It looks like Rose snuck out through the back. Can't take my eyes off her for a second.
Hey, Dazzle!
What? Why?
I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she asked to do it by herself?
Either way, this is bad.
Alright, y'all, where you be hiding?
What's wrong? Why are you all here?
That's what we want to know. Where were you going?
Oh, just taking a walk. Thought maybe I ate too much.
You don't have to follow every whim that pops into your head, damn it.
We thought you might have ditched us to go assassinate someone.
Not yet, silly. That comes later. It's from someone who lost their son in the war that just broke out. Kill the one who started the battle. The invasion was proposed to the Emperor about a year ago, in documents bearing the name of Pope Messedra.
Huh? You're gonna kill the Pope?
Hold on. How do you know someone didn't just use his name? I thought he went missing after all.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. It's awfully close to the time he went missing. We'll have to investigate further.
And what if we find out that he's bad?
If it's evil, the Scattered Bones slay it.
Even if it's the Pope?
The Pope, the Emperor, even the Shepherd. Oh, was that inappropriate?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that last part, it's true.
It isn't like we walk around all stabby. We make sure what kind of person our target is first.
I think I understand you better, Rose.
Do you now? Well, that's good.
I'm starting to understand, too. Why she bears no malevolence, that is.
Because she's as nuts as he is?
No, because she kills for honor.
Rose would certainly never tell a lie, that's for sure.
She was always that way. It's in her blood.
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
That's certainly not the impression of him we got from Sergei.
He's the de facto leader of a powerful country. He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
Save my game here? Yes! There's a lot of dialogue that you just don't want to hear again. Alright. That being said, let's keep it going. There's a little around Shrine Church.
Looks like there's something nearby.
Alright, where's the Shrine Church? Oh, it's the turtles. Turtles are here. If Kratos turtles can't be forgiven, he better be waiting with his heads up from. Oh yeah, I made new maps. The business. Who betrayed him? Knight's Tower, Northern Quarter. Gotta be the dungeon, right? Like, see the malevolence.
Well, that was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
Sure looks like a small crowd.
Is that the Cardinal?
Can you tell me the names of the seraphim who hold the utmost power, known as the Five Lords?
Musif! Oh, and Eumacia!
Hyanawa and Amanok!
Correct. Now, can you tell me the name of the last one? The seraph who's worshipped here at the Shrine Church?
Montellus!
Here's Montellus.
That's right. Montellus is the seraph who has given the entire Glenwood continent his blessing.
The seraph worshipped at the Shrine Church is Montellus?
The Five Lords, huh? Big movers and shakers.
I bet Montellus would know something about how to stand against the Lord of Calamity. He's got to.
Is he really all that?
Well, he's the leader of the Five Lords after all.
You must be Soray. Welcome to the Roland's Church headquarters.
What? I thought you all
heard
were
you
like
were to visit. Please,
anti-shepherd.
come on in.
I'm surprised these kids haven't turned
It's
into
more magnificent than I'd even
malevolent
imagined.
hellions.
The architecture definitely dates it to the height of the era of Asgard.
Glad to see you're impressed, but don't let your guard down.
We're walking into a trap. Whoa. I'm expecting a big throne room. There's a save point here for a reason. Oh, dude, it's not gonna let me save.
This inscription concerns the trial of the shepherd, and the spiritual powers he obtains upon clearing it.
Could the spiritual powers
be real?
Buzz, 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 buzz. Be real bees. Oh, bees everywhere.
Just possibly. It's like the lettering's meant to tell us something.
But it's all gibberish. It must be some kind of code.
Well, it does involve sensitive info. Maybe there's a hint to crack the code somewhere.
Hey, what does the big rock thing say?
I'm afraid I'm not really sure. The inscription is written in some sort of cipher, and the key to interpreting it is handed down only from pope to pope.
So, I guess we'll have to get the Pope to read it then, huh?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sarit! Something's wrong. Let's get out of here.
I don't feel so good. What is going on?
It's a Hellions domain, just like when we fought Heldalf. They're alive,
the poor kids.
but
It's like they've been turned to stone.
Oh no. It's the bishop.
Going home already, Shepherd?
Huh?
I am Cardinal Fortin of the Church of Rollins.
This domain, is it yours?
Ah, so you can still move. Why don't you lend me your powers? For the sake of the people, of course.
Chance.
They asked me the same thing in Highland.
I hardly think myself the equal of a Philistine like Bartlow.
Sounds like something a Philistine would say.
Charming, but sticks and stones and so on, young lady.
Ooh, she's good.
See?
I have but one wish. To see my empire overcome this tumultuous era of chaos. A task only possible if the people are united. But Rollins is far too expansive to unify the people through mere patriotism alone. Shepherd, do you know exactly what it is that the state has used for eons to keep an entire country in line?
Is it faith?
Yes, faith. It is the belief in their own salvation that inspires in people the greatest sense of unity when they band together against outsiders who share different values. Meaning that my church itself should serve as the cornerstone for all of Rollins.
That's messed up.
Maybe in your mind.
It is but the vision of one who would guide the people. With the name and power of the Shepherd, more people than ever can be brought to salvation.
Then you should cooperate with the Knights. Wouldn't that really be what's best for everyone?
I would welcome their efforts if they would simply bend to my will and do as I command.
God dang.
Even if they are a pack of loutish meatheads who can't figure out that their Pope abandoned them.
Wait a minute, the Pope just ran away? You didn't have him locked up?
I am not a street thug, child. The Pope, Macedra, I should say, left of his own accord. Abandoning his duty to both the Empire and his followers. What, pray tell, would you call such a man?
Pretty irresponsible, if what you're saying is true.
Irresponsible is one word, and still there are so many fools out there who trust in such a coward. The Knights, for example. In order to bring the people together, we must find Macedra and give him his due punishment.
Punishment?
Yes, the same punishment that befell those uncivil enough to mistrust me.
Then we have a
No
problem.
wonder why he fled.
We need the Pope to tell us the meaning of the inscription.
Why? Cooperate with me and it won't be necessary.
I need to know. No matter what.
Ah, I see. That's very unfortunate. So then you mean to say...
What the...
My body! That you reject my vision!
Saray! Let's go!
We're leaving.
Blinded by hatred. Get it? Blinded by hatred.
They broke through my domain and connected with the Seraphim, if only just for a moment. Oh, will I relish this.
We disappeared? What the hell was that?
It's called the Spectral Cloak.
You've been practicing in secret, haven't you? That was sweet.
We'll talk later. We've got to flee to the Knight's Tower.
Dash, you go on ahead.
Okay.
Say what? No, not okay. Where's she going?
The Pope fled of his own volition?
I'm sorry I couldn't get more details. We were sort of running for our lives.
No, that is more than enough. I'm just relieved that you weren't captured.
Thanks for saving us back there.
It's the least I could do.
Seraph Miclio, my humble admiration for your bravery.
It's nothing, really.
It is nothing. All you did was blind her temporarily.
We have to do something about her domain.
Those powers might help. Let's get the Pope to decipher that inscription.
That'll be tough if we don't know where he is. The Knights have been hunting him for a year now with no success.
Yeah, but they were assuming the whole time that the Cardinal was behind the disappearance. Guess what? I think I know where Popadope might be.
You do?
The village of Gadadin on the southern part of the continent. We won't know for sure until we check it out, of course.
How did you get that information?
Well, let's just call it an industry secret. You know how it is.
Of course. I should have expected no less from the wife of the shepherd. Let us send a search team to Gadadin.
The wife of the shepherd.
Hold on a minute. The Cardinal already expects that our side will be searching for the Pope.
You guys got to tell him the truth.
A highly visible squadron of knights would essentially
Gullible
be a
as
bright
he
pink
is.
arrow pointed straight at him.
However,
we can operate covertly in small numbers. Let us handle Gadadin.
But that's far too much to ask.
Chill, Captain, we got this. What is it they say? Pope springs eternal?
Abandon Pope! All ye who, don't go to Gadadin.
Okay, settle down.
My thanks, gentle shepherd.
Actually, as for what you can do in return, do you suppose we could get a pass to Rollins? I might be mistaken for an ally of the Highland Army otherwise.
I have seen for myself the quality of your character. I shall prepare it immediately.
Thank you. That's a load off my mind.
There is something I would like to impart to you as well. Would you please step outside for a moment?
Sure. His brother. He's going to ask me to find his brother. I think that's what he's going to ask me anyway.
Do you remember the art I used when we fought against one another?
Oh, he's going to teach me an art.
That is the Lion's Howl, an art passed down to our band of knights. I and my younger brother Boris are the only ones alive who know it. But now I pass it to you as well. Wilt thou accept?
Yes.
Yes.
Shatterfangs and all that. Turn that into Shadow Shock. We get rid of Heavenly Torrent. Sonic 3.
Well, you're a fast learner. I must apologize that this feeble art is all an oaf like me may offer you.
Don't say that. It's incredible. Thank you so much, Captain Sergei.
You and I stand as equals. You may call me Sergei.
Then you may call me Saray.
Saray, I am loath to believe the Pope just abandoned his post on us. But I also sense that there may be another side to this unfortunate story.
I understand. We'll find the Pope and come back with the truth.
Godspeed.
Yeah, I don't think he just abandoned his post. I think he fled because of a threat.
Rose, was it the scattered bones who found the information on the Pope?
Maybe. Seeing where the church's money was going gave us a little hint.
That's what I thought. You guys sure don't operate in the same way that the Knights do.
Of course not. An Assassin's Guild can't function without proper intel.
Oh, he fell asleep.
Assassins.
Welcome back, by the way.
Right.
Here is your pass, Saray.
Welcome back, Flavory.
Thank you. Our travel should be much easier now.
I wish it were so, but we've received word that Byroclef Ridge, which leads to Gadottin, has been blocked by rock slides.
Rock slides?
We could have been on the ridge right now.
If only we'd been a little bolder.
Rose!
Oh.
My punchline!
What's the plan?
The puns.
You'll have to go through Cambria Caverns, south of the Meadow of Triumph.
An underground passage, huh? No problem.
That's your thing, isn't it?
You bet it is.
Yay. That's how long you've been on as well, as for 3 hours? Going all the way to midnight, buddy. What's the plan? Maybe not on the same game. Definitely going, gone. Actually, I'm thinking about switching to a little Call of Duty. I don't know, though. I don't know. Sorted myself on what they call it. Hey. Addicted. War continues. I am addicted. Yay. Oh, that guy.
A Hellion. Is it one of the Cardinal's guards?
Saray, we have to trick the guard into thinking we're not here somehow.
You've been playing Mafia 3?
We made it.
Think we lost the Cardinal with that?
I sure hope so.
Nah, I'm gonna keep playing this. I'm gonna keep playing this. Has anybody seen a gladiator today? And they go for PSN so you can get the forest. That was kind of a crappy buff. A crappy buff?
You were just waiting for me to pick you up, weren't you?
Alright. Meadow of Triumph. Is this away? I'm gonna try that new
Time for battle. Vermilion Rain! Shadow Shock! Shimmer Bang! Pouring Fist! Not bad, not bad. Fury, come forth!
She just opened up a can of whoop ass.
Blade Bang! I got you! Sorry, not yet! I got you! People in here! I won't lose! I won't lose! I won't lose! This isn't sweet dreams! This isn't over! Go! This isn't over! I won't lose! I won't let go! This isn't over!
What are you running for?
You won't in here! This isn't right! Current! Use rough around! Don't drag on the surface! Hi, everyone! Break on through!
So, how's Saray doing?
He's yet inexperienced, but he's got potential.
You're quite critical of him.
Let's begin the purification.
Use rough around! Angel fire! Break down! Break on through! Burst! Ocean flip! Break on through! Blue flurry! Break down! Astral assault! Sweet dreams! Ocean flip! Astral assault! Blue flurry! Ocean flip! Astral assault! Burst! Break down! Astral assault! Hold on, everyone! Spirit cleansing! Elixir protect! Here's the sky! Aerosol! Burst! Ocean flip! Break on through!
Ocean Blitz!
Ocean flip! Here's the sky! Aerosol! Blue flurry! Ocean flip! Break on through! Blue flurry! Break down! Break on through! Dreams! Burst! Ocean flip! Astral...
What a formidable...
Ocean Blitz!
Ready, everyone?
Demons come forth! This
Hell
is
yeah!
fortified!
Vermilion Crescent! Multiply! Vermilion Crescent! Burn away! Predatory flame! Burn! Burning stars! Killing the flame!
Take out Therians and use our
Come on, everyone! Ocean flip! You get lost! Concentrate your attacks! Defensive maneuvers! All forth! Burning echo! Predatory flame! Release flip! Burning stars! Predatory flame! Right! Vermilion! Nope! Release my spear! Burning stars! Dancing flame! Crown! Burn away! Predatory flame! Vermilion Crescent! Burn away!
You were quite strong.
Yeah, we're awesome. But it stops raining once we get through to the other place. What do you want to bet? That it's not raining in the Victory Meadow. Or Triumph Meadow.
It's around here, right? The caverns or whatever, I mean.
Cambria Caverns. He said they were south of the Meadow of Triumph.
Or maybe it is going to rain. I don't know.
Ready, Nickleo? Ice Reaver! Burn of fire! Rain of fire! Predatory flame!
Have low vitality. Hit him hard and fast.
Pillars of flame! Burn! Burn away! Predatory sweet dreams! Flame! Crown fire! Hang on, everyone! Burning star! Pillars of flame! You drop a leg! You did not!
Actually, this one's wind.
Come forth! Here goes! Feel my wind! Put some thought into it! Wind blade! Fearless star! Strike! Here goes! Feel my wind!
We're survivors.
Wind stepping. Upgraded.
Steady your nerves!
What are these guys? Oh no.
This Hellion does a headlong
Fire. Weakness is fire.
rush attack.
Etsu, Brutor?
Release my spirit! Break down! Break on through! Blood moon! Burn away! Pillars of flame! Hang on, everyone! I better get it together. Vermilion Crescent! Burning star! Predatory flame! Ice! Vermilion Crescent! Burn away! Hang on, everyone! Blades of ice! Release my spirit! Rapture! Burn away! Current! Blade of fire! Predatory flame! Blood force! Burning echo! All forth! Burning echo! All forth! Burning echo! Wind flow! Wind through!
What a formidable opponent!
Gotta be these caverns over here, right? Alright, so
Steady your nerves!
Blazing demons, come forth!
Pressure ice! Burn away! Multiple currents, burn!
Hit him hard and fast.
Try this! Wind blade! Here goes! Feel my wind! Come forth! Feel my wind! Ice! Ice Reaver! You feel soul! Feel my wind! Wind blade!
Looks like we win.
save. Nice. Where does this go? I want to know. Curious. I'm curious. I want to know where it goes. Can't get through. Run from the big tree. There must be a lot of side con. Okay. No, I was curious. Is that an obelisk?
I just saw a
Monolith?
monolith written in ancient tongue.
I don't know if I want you guys touching my tongue. Hey, what's up, little goblin dude? Oh my god.
Whoa! That thing is riding on looks way fun.
Fun? That's a Hellion, you know.
It shoots stuff out from its artillery, so be careful.
Eat this! Purification complete.
Yes, now we're on track. Oh, one of those soldiers over here. What are with the goats? I've heard the situation from Sergei. The entrance to the caverns is just ahead. A little small, but once you're inside, it gets much bigger, so take care not to get lost. Cool dudes, thanks. But I want to know what's going on with these goats up here. Are they up here? And
what's that?
Down munching.
Be on your guard!
When it's go time, we go all the way.
Overdo it and you'll just exhaust yourself, Saray.
All things in moderation, as they say.
Hey, look at the chest. With lots of gold. Gold is gold. Oh, look, more of those goblin dudes. To the caverns. Rutted. Alright, we're in.
Do you really think we can get through this way?
Don't worry.
You sound pretty confident. Is it just a hunch?
No. I can feel the wind.
That's cool.
You cannot avoid this battle.
What a wishy-washy, wimpish wussy.
Quit it with the wordplay and just fight already.
It can call for help, but we should defeat it first.
I forgot what I said. What in the world? Yeesh. You believe everyone's awesome? Everybody is awesome. That's probably why I play Breach here.